Okay, so I got glue on it. I'm going to set it in place. Move it around. Okay. I'm hoping I got good glue transfer all over. Yep. Now I see one spot, just right where the wire is. I'm going to add just a little extra. Right there. Right there in those little lines. Remember now, this takes, this glue, if you're timing it, I'll bet you 4 minutes. And it will go on. It's tacky enough to, like the contact cement will work. Okay, so one thing we gotta do here, I guess, is for this side sort of finish, is connecting a 30 amp ESC to it. Okay, so I'm gonna let this contact cement dry up a bit, tack up a bit, and I'll be right back. Well, the glue's gotten really tacky. I'll come set that right down its place. And guess what? It's instantly glued. Yeah. It's pretty good. Oh well. Okay. So there. Sponsored. The engine. Okay, the wiring. Now, next thing in the instructions, they're telling me to glue the wings together. Wow, that's going to make this really big all of a sudden. So, I'm fitting them here a bit. They have a weird way of its wood fitting. It's not bad. Looks pretty solid. And I think the way the 4-bolt works in this wood, I am using epoxy. Yes. I'll mix up some 15-minute epoxy and I'll get this all glued up here and I'll be right back. I never thought to mention, today I'm using 2.5 grams of resin and 2.5 grams of hardener. So, I'm going to put my eyes on. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some down these. Where those sticks go there. And a little bit of epoxy down in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that a little bit on this wing in the same area. I have to turn it over to do that though, because I have to put it in the end. Those sticks go in on top. So all I can really do is, well, I'll put a little bit on these ends here. That's going in. When I have this wing up, let's get a nice little coating. Well, the battery ran out, so darn here. Okay, it's glued now. Here's the main wing. Just turn it around here for you. It's pretty big. You can see here. Huh? Now, we'll say that I think the side that I epoxied is on firmer than the side I used their glue. But it all looks good. Okay? So, I'm going to set this aside. We got the ESCs for here, these wires. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut in the wing or tape them on top. We'll see about that. Okay? Now we'll move on to the next job. Poof! Okay, now if we see here, this tail section mounts right here. Right here, we have to put the servo for the elevator. Okay, the servo for the rudder right here. Excuse me. It's already in there. They mounted that pretty nice. So you have to mount. Now, what I did, I took a servo. You can see, put an extension on it, but I shrink tuned it. So we'll center the servo up here. Get a battery. Oh, we've got the furnace turned on. Hang on a second. Okay, so while the furnace ran there, what I did was, they have a hole in here, right down there. I had to make it a little bigger. Stuff the servo wire down, let it come through, and then the servo fits in nice and tight in that corner there. Right there, like that. Servo horn up. So this is nice because I'm going to find two of my nice little screws that have, you know, the extra big head on them. And we're going to screw the servo in. It's mounted. There are little holes here in the wood for me. I like that. So, 1, 2 screws. And the servo's mounted. So, then we're going to start putting this tail together. Now, the instructions are quite vague. They just show the tail put together. So, I don't know if they want you to put this on first, then this piece. They just fit together a little weird. So, see, that one fits there. And then all of this, that fits there, that goes there. So, I mean, I'm thinking, you know, it's all going to get glued on at one time. We'll mix some 15-minute epoxy up. So it's a little slower, right? I do this piece and this on. Okay, so I don't want to glue this on. I could, I guess, but you know, it's a impedance angle thing. So what I will do is I'll scar the stuff up a bit. Remember, okay? You can sand it if you want. What I like to do with this stuff here is just cut up a couple grooves, a few little nicks. I mean, don't cut it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So that when we set this glue, it all has someplace to catch the little edges that it can sanding is good too. I'm not against sanding, but I don't want to change the tightness of some of this fit. So I'm just going like this, so I'm giving the epoxy the surface to bite into, you know. I could sand it, but that might change the fit of these parts. So I'm not going to sand. Just a little more nicking. Okay. There, that should be enough of that. Now, I'm not going to use air glue, of course. I'll mix up with a bit of 15-minute epoxy, and we'll come back. We'll put all these pieces together and put the tail of the airplane together.